Well, it is another Friday. Welcome to Barn Burner. Warner, Ryan, Pinder, producer Jack. On a day after the Calgary Flames picked up another Bugatti win. Biggest game of the year.
It was kind of a boring Bugatti.
They definitely took control. I thought sort of once it won for a while, but then once it was over, it felt over.
Okay, so without critiquing, was the dome really quiet, or is it just the amount of
I was not at the dome
coverage we're getting? Because my kids actually said, they're like, it sure seems watching on TV.
Yeah.
Do they not have the same amount of microphones when they're working?
The Amazon broadcasts, you definitely hear more. I'll say
Right?
that. Yeah. One company is spending a little more on their production than the other.
Maybe I noticed it because of that.
The other thing is I could imagine, and I watched it off PVR. I was at an event last night, so I was not real time, which I think always takes some of the juice out of it.
Yep.
But I thought it would have been sort of a little bit tepid at 1-1. Everyone's on pins and needles, but then at 3-1 and 4-1, as the dome foams and the heroin beers start to settle in and the wave gets going because you're up by 3.
Love the wave.
I remember listening, like I put it on again and watched the third again this morning in the studio here, and I was like, it is pretty rowdy in the third, but that doesn't mean it wasn't quiet at some other points on the way, right? I don't know. I think the dome's fine. I was like, it's so quiet. I'm like, well, not really. It's quiet when shit's bad.
So is everywhere.
Exactly. It's like it's not every rink can be a Vegas nightclub.
Yeah,
like there's in fact only
night,
1 or 2 of those.
Yeah.
Nashville and Vegas are loud every game. Every other rink has its quiet.
Chicago playoffs, real loud.
Yeah. Jesus, really? They crank it
Weird.
up in here. Yeah. Reminder, welcome to the program. This program is a presentation of Bet365. Download the app. Use that code NATION. We got some bets coming at you later today. Also, we've got the super chats. If you want to get involved in the program, it's a very easy way to do so. Attach a monetary value to your comment. We'll make sure it gets on the show, and all that money will go to the youth centers of Calgary, which is a great, safe, healthy place for kids to go after school and maybe before kids get home, work on some skills, get a hot meal, hang with friends, play games, whatever it is. Just healthy, safe, stress-free, anxiety-free chapter of youth that could use a little hand. So we love supporting them. It's a great cause. And we'd love you to get involved with the super chats.
We appreciate you supporting them.
In fact, I think we probably, because Wolf was in last night. Handsome Danny. Oh, Handsome Danny will be
Make an appearance.
By. Also a busy day because we had the Candy Bracket Final Four. Jack, I need an update on where we're at without giving anything away. We do want people to rock the vote. I saw an article on FlamesNation.ca. If you're looking for a link, you can go there or the show description. But we're looking at what, 51 minutes?
51 minutes. Get your votes in. Both of them pulled away.
Okay, so one of them was feeling like a dogfight.
Yeah.
No.
The final countdown.
It's looking very much over. Unless
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we got to people rock the vote. They got an hour. Can you flash the bracket at us? Is that too much of an ask? Just so
1 second.
People are reminded of how we got here. We started with 18.
Shuffler wasn't
candidates.
happy with
Really?
She's she was. We were in the bulk barn yesterday.
Okay,
and
that's where we found those cola bottles.
Yeah, and so there was a lot of chatter about the bracket.
Sure, naturally.
She just added her 2 cents. Where
tell me she's
don't like the finals.
Tell me she's a wine gum advocate because I thought they got screwed. Not
she was a clear cut Sour Patch Kids is heads and tails better than any of the other 3.
I think they got a chance. I'm mostly tied. You know what? I actually lie.
You don't know.
I'm almost a coin flip on both of these. I was back and forth. I've made my votes. We encourage you to make yours. FlamesNation.ca. There's an article with the Final Four. You've got less than an hour to put your votes in. It is a presentation of Handsome Dan's Vacation Rentals, Vancouver Island. Love them. As well as Crystal Waters. We'll also jump over to the Crystal Waters guest hotline later today, where an old friend will be checking in. So, yeah, we'll have the finals to break down. You'll have the graphic ready at like 11:05 or something, Jacko?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
the final vote. Do we have any predictions? I want to, what do you guys think?
Fuzzies versus Skittles.
I'm going to say it's colas versus kids.
Okay.
And you can't make any predictions because you already know what's going to happen.
I know the result.
We can rock the vote for an hour, though, people. We don't want to scare you. We had chatted earlier this week, and I said the games that scare me the most are not Vegas. It's a team lower in the standings you can often see, I think it was the year that Darryl got run, it was losses against Chicago and Anaheim, teams they were much better than, that they clearly looked past and got derailed. I give the Calgary Flames a lot of credit. There was not a hint of overlooking their opponent last night.
No, and they've done a good job of it all year, so it just kind of continued. You're always worried about it, but it just continued the efforts.
Yeah.
Good effort.
These are our opening statements, by the way, for our good friends at McLeod Law, on all your social channels. If you got any issues pending?
Not right now. They'll
Peter Shane these days
crop up here shortly. Yeah.
Excited to see them later in the month. They're a staple at our playoff draft, which will be occurring on the final night of the regular season here. Good to see them. Good to get that crew out.
Is that the extended version of the Kings game? Is that the final we're talking?
Yeah, it's going to overlap a bit. It would be quite something if this Calgary team did find a way to make that Kings game matter. If you know what I mean. It's not trending.
My buddies aren't all sold on that ability
to happen at all.
The peeps I talk to, Jack, are skeptical.
What are the vibes around your circle?
The vibes are that everyone is happy with the season, but it and the effort and the coaching and the development and the goaltender, but they're not making it. It's kind of the vibes.
We were looking at it, so let's leave those standings up. Calgary Flames have, 7 games left.
7.
Let's say somehow, some way you went 6-1, which would be remarkable. Like that would be one of their best stretches of the year.
Well, I said 4-1-3. So yesterday.
Well, and I'm just saying, look, like
better.
Let's not go for the most realistic outcome. Let's give them all the benefit in the world and allow you to stub your toe once and be on an incredible heater. Everything's going to have to go right. You're going to need some bounces. You're going to have to win games. You don't outplay teams.
St. Louis. Fine. Yeah. Okay. You're winning them all 6-1, whatever.
So that would give you 12 points, which puts you to 96 points. What the St. Louis Blues would need to do to get to 96 points is win 2 games and get 1 overtime in their last 5.
No, they need.
That would be
St. Louis.
2 wins and an overtime.
St. Louis,
and so they got to play 500 hockey. So you're asking the hottest team in the league. That's 11 in a row. Go ahead and just play 500 hockey here, and the Flames basically have to be perfect. And for Minnesota, okay, you got a little more sway on them because you play them once. You clearly have to win that head-to-head in regulation. That's next Friday's game. But even the Wild with an extra game more than St. Louis, they've got 6 left. If they went just 500 and won 3, you could edge them by 1. This is how narrow the margins are. You basically have to run the table, and you're going to need a lot of help.
If Minnie or St. Louis go 500, you're hooped.
Pretty much, yeah. If you literally went perfect and Minnesota went 500, you'd narrowly edge them out. That is how dire this is. We are in full Hail Mary territory. But look, you watched them play last night. They believe. They don't need to be rational. They're not supposed to be.
They only have to win the next game, Ryan.
They're not prognosticators. They aren't data scientists. They're hockey players, and they're still working.
Have to win on odd days.
That's right.
Just every odd day, feel good.
Even numbered days, why don't you have a rest?
Mm-hmm.
Not going to ask you to
chilled up out.
If they get in, they're probably going to play on the 20th, which
that'll screw them.
We'll have to change things. But
yeah, we'll worry about that then.
Yeah, we'll worry about that then. Indeed. Okay, some other thoughts.
Vegas, San Jose, Anaheim, Minnesota, San Jose, Vegas. I mean, conceptually, Ryan, I love big words, Ryan.
Yeah.
You could do it. You could beat San Jose, Anaheim, San Jose. 2 against Vegas are tough, but they might be.
I don't know what they're playing for.
Exactly.
It feels like they're just a little too far clear of LA, Edmonton.
I could see a 6-1. You lose one of the Vegas games, you win the other ones.
The breakdown is this. You can see there's 4 home games remaining compared to 3 on the road. And there are 4 games against playoff teams remaining compared to 3 against the non-playoff teams. The non-playoffs are clearly the 2 San Jose's and the Anaheim. Minnesota, LA, Vegas, Vegas. Those are 4 pretty solid teams. I don't know where the Wild are at. We'll look more at it next week. They've tumbled since losing Eriksson Ek and clearly Kirill Kaprizov, who's missed a ton of time this year. But that's a good hockey team just missing 2 of their most important players. So if those guys are back, you don't feel nearly as good about that game. But let's be honest, you're going to have to beat some teams above you in the standings if you're getting in. There's 4 of them left. You can't go 3-4 and get in.
No, 3 and 4 won't do it, right?
Speaking of McLeod Law, our opening statements here. Do you know Shane King is a partner in the Litigation and Dispute Resolution Group?
And a father of wonderful children.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, if you can do dispute resolution,
That's
you're built for parenting.
prerequisite.
That is parenting. I need a dispute resolution expert in my house.
I need Shane to come over to my house on a daily
Not all day,
basis.
just from when they wake up till I send them to school, and then when they're home to school to sleeping. Those are the only hours I need them.
Yeah.
Just when they're not at school and awake. Those are the only time I need a dispute resolution expert like Shane on my side. Look, if you're getting laid off or terminated, that's not fun. That's real hard. Shane can review your situation, make sure you're being treated fairly and as the law requires. That's important. He also is not going to bury you in legal mumbo jumbo. He's got the practical approach of plain language that's going to help you understand exactly what you deserve, what your rights are. Don't get screwed.
That's
Shane.
That's the language.
Yeah. And Shane, I'm going to need you this weekend next because my wife's going to be away for a while.
Oh boy, me too.
Twins are all over each other.
You're going to be busy, Shane.
Shane, sorry, man. We really need. We're going to put you on retainer here on Barburner. Oh, Jack, have kids, they said.
Yep.
It'll be the greatest experience.
What a gift.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. You know what I'd say? Practice making kids. Leave the rest. Get one of those ghost vasectomies.
Practice and fail.
Yeah, just keep trying, I guess. Okay, we showed you the schedule. We showed you the standings.
Showed you the win.
Think we could squeeze in a Pinder report for our buddy gets here?
We absolutely can.
Let's do it. Okay. We do the Pinder report every day for our friends at Village Honda. Make sure you head up there. Say hello to Anthony and the gang. Their $1 million buy-in event is still rolling. They want to buy your car. Do you have a lease that's coming up? Don't just drive it back where you got. At least check in. Say hi to the folks at Village Honda. They want your vehicles, and they're going to pay you within 24 hours. They're easy to deal with. Some of these car people, I don't know. But every time I go to Village, I'm like, these are the good ones. These are the non.
You don't feel shady at all.
No, this is wonderful. Easy, stress-free. You can begin your appraisal process online at villagehonda.com. They're your dealership for life and located in the Northwest Auto Mall. It's Royal Oak, but the place with the pizza.
Yeah, get to that.
17 beers on tap. Okay, let's start with Flames Nation. What's going on the website, Jack, as we react to last night's victory over the Anaheim Ducks, a rather decisive one. Flash and Pike are all over this thing. Flames defeat Ducks in confident fashion. True. And Flames tame Ducks. Do Ducks need to be tamed?
I don't know.
Cage Ducks, train Ducks, throw crumbs of bread at Ducks in return to the Dome. Yeah, Blake Coleman was unbelievable last night. I don't know that we specifically.
Coleman was good. Kadri had some chances.
Klapka's becoming more and more noticeable. You've always liked his good shifts, but more and more good shifts. Because when you don't see him, you're like, I need to see a guy that's 6'8". Do some things. There's less and less of those don't see him moments and games and shifts.
No, you're right. I don't know what he had for ice time last night, but he was, again, very noticeable, which is good. And
he directly leads to the Rooney goal. It's his wrap attempt that bounces to the high slot. Rooney tucks it in. That's his fifth of the year for Kevin Rooney. Halfway to Zegras' 10. Games played aren't even, but
did we notice Zegras last night?
I didn't notice a lot of Ducks last night.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
By the way, I actually noticed Lacombe.
Yeah.
For good and for bad.
Yeah, there was a bit of both. We hyped him up so you knew he was going to have the grade A turnover.
Yeah, I see all the wonderful thing. Oh, and there's the downside.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Klapka 3 shots, just under 10 minutes, got an assist, +1. You'll take it. 4 hits. That's where you're noticing.
It's good ice time.
Hey, make the most of your 10 minutes. On the other side, the line for Coleman, 2 goals, +1, 18 minutes. Look at this. 5 shots, 4 attempts blocked, 6 missed. That's 15 shot attempts. That's a lot. I like it a lot.
On to the next one. You can't even brag about this.
Nope, got to keep moving. In fact, you know what, Reds? Since 4 Nations, that's what they've been doing. They're just chugging ahead one at a time. We can't win them all. Since the 4 Nations, Flames, 20 games, they've won half. 10-6-4 or 1 half? What sounds better? It's an NHL 500 thing, right?
10-6-4.
10-6-4.
Oh, wow. 10-6-4. That's so great. It's like they just won half the games. That's it. And that's like very good. They had a tough schedule. They had that killer road trip. They had to go to the New York area. They played some very good teams. It's just that you're not going to make up ground playing 500.
No,
That's
you're not.
what that
Right.
is.
You're not going to keep up.
No. Of note, penalty kill all the way up to third in the league over that span. That's been a weak spot of the club most of the year. And they're again, not surprisingly, they're a vice grip. They're tough to score against. It's a tough defensive crew. I don't think their personnel is overwhelming, but the structure remains there.
Well, the nice thing for their defensemen is they're not trying to add offense, aside from Uyghur and Anderson.
Yeah, Kevin Ball doesn't need to be jumping into the rush.
No,
that's a fair.
I'm going to play my game.
Yeah, Jake Bain, you just hang back, bud. Kadri, 12 goals on the team since Four Nations, twice as many as anyone else. He's been great.
Kind of has been.
Impressed with Naz.
Wonder what he did for the break.
Oh, he was in the tropics for sure.
Well, he did the right
He's got
thing.
young kids. It's
He
probably
did the right
him,
thing.
the whole family. They set up at the beach.
Does
Get those-
anyone hate going to Noodles hates going to the
Yeah,
beach.
Noodles is a workaholic. You have to be a psycho to not like Murray Edwards would hate going to the beach, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
He'd be like, my papers. But yeah, I think most people like going to the beach. Naz, I hope you had a great holiday. You've been great since Four Nations. Thank you, Team Canada, for not picking him. He's been awesome. Not sure he was in contention.
I don't know if he was on the list.
We'll keep moving schedule. We showed it. We don't need to show it again. West, let's show you the whole picture, not just the wild card. You could see LA trying to get closer to Vegas. I think they play soon, Vegas, LA. I get this weird hunch that I saw that on a schedule. That could suddenly be a big game. Oilers are hanging around, but the Kings are just playing
See, I want
so well. They're tough to reel in here.
that would be great if LA could catch Vegas.
Then you get
Because I want Vegas Edmonton.
round one.
Yeah, I think Vegas.
I was scheming up an incredible pea-sized brain idea the other day where somehow Edmonton would win the Pacific but have to play St. Louis in round one, and then you'd have the Holloway Broberg hottest
that
team in
would
the
be
league. I mean,
interesting.
not going to happen, but I was working. I was making my rounds trying to see who we could convince to help with that. Might be too far back.
I think
Pacific
But-
definitely feels like
That's the
we got
problem.
LA Edmonton round one.
when you're not talking about your teams, but the Flames trying to to catch someone.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe there could have.
This is a very good point.
You
You're
tried-
like, well, they're two back. And with the Flames, you're like, oh, no, they're only five back. What? No, they go 6-1. We're great. Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
if St. Louis goes 500. which
anyone
they haven't
else.
done.
You definitely have thrown in the towel on,
Right,
but you
yeah.
you really can squint and see a path.
Look, I think we all are on the same page. The probability of them getting in is incredibly low, but we
12%.
also tip our caps to the work that they put in.
Yep.
That was not a team that thought they were out of it that played last night. Central's interesting. Jets look like they'd ran away with it, but Dallas is on a heater. They got a game in hand. They could close the gap to 2 points. That would set us up to have Winnipeg, Colorado round one again, where the
Well,
Jets got their doors blown off last
either
year after winning
way,
game one.
Do you care which one it is?
I want to see Winnipeg, Colorado again because that's scar tissue for the Jets. I mean,
See, I'd rather Dallas, Colorado, because I like.
well, we're going to get it in round two anyway, is my thought, if it's Winnipeg that gets there.
Wow, you just always worry.
I don't want Winnipeg to go out in the first round.
I don't care
Well,
about
and-
that. I'm just worried. I want Dallas, Colorado.
Yeah.
And never know what happens in these.
Here's the thing about Winnipeg, Jack. If you're going to win the cup and you're a real contender anyway,
You'll be, yeah, I
you
know.
got to beat Colorado at some point. So if you do it in the first round, you might feel like kings. But yeah, it's going to be that 2-3 in the Central's a nightmare. It's an absolute disaster. And it looks like we'll probably have Vegas against St. Louis for the first wild card matchup. And whoever wins the Central will get the Wild, who look not very good. But maybe they get Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek back for the playoffs. We'll wait and see. We're still a couple weeks away from that. Okay, East, lots to be determined. Atlantic Division, Toronto, Tampa, Florida. Bit of a gap developing. Leafs looking all right. Metro's settled. It'll be Washington 1, Carolina 2, Devils 3rd. And it could be 2 Atlantic teams in the wild card, but don't count out the Rangers or Blue Jackets yet. You could have a Washington-New York Rangers rematch from last year, where last year the Rangers were the President's Trophy winner, and this year it could be Washington. Nobody saw either of those things coming. Washington winning the East or the Rangers being out of it on April 4th. Love Ottawa being in the mix. Montreal is a magical place to watch hockey right now. If you could pick any building to go to in the next week, I'm assuming there'll be one home game there. That's the spot.
They were buzzing last night. I know Boston's brutal, but
Yep.
I was watching.
And that's a
bit
big
of that game
rival,
before
obviously.
yeah.
It was really buzzing when they tied the game with 11 seconds left and then won it in overtime like 4 nights ago. Yeah,
I'm all for Montreal getting in.
man, absolutely. And it's been a while for them. I think what was it? The COVID chaotic bubble North Division where Toronto blew a 3-1 series lead that they went to the final, but there's no fans that year.
No,
That actually is probably the worst thing that could happen because they think they're closer than they are. Fans don't get to enjoy it. There it is. Playoff start today is what we're looking at. Battle of Ontario. Yes. Battle of Florida. Yes. Habs Capitals. Okay, good. Ovi and franchise we want to see in. Caps Devils. We'll tune in if it's overtime. That's fine. We've got a nice little battle of Manitoba and Minnesota there.
those are close together.
Really easy travel.
Geometrically speaking.
Yeah, you just fly into Fargo and then bus into Winnipeg because, of course, everyone knows Winnipeg doesn't have an airport. And then Dallas, Colorado, the clash of the Titans. We'll see if Dallas can get out of that slot and steal the top seed in the Central. Blues, Vegas. I kind of like that one.
So do I.
Petrangelo and Barbashev, the former Blues, playing for Vegas. Hottest team in the league against the just perennial contenders since they came into the league in Vegas. And Kings Oilers would be the 4th year in a row. 3-0 so far for Edmonton.
What's the Kings' home record? Something
Unbelievable.
Stupid good. Stupid good.
I've got yesterday's standings up. Let me just move it forward today because I know they played last night. The LA Kings are 28-4-4 at home. And Edmonton fans are saying, no, it doesn't. Home ice doesn't matter. Look. Well, you lost game 7 on home ice in the Stanley Cup final, and now you've got the best home team in the NHL. If they get to start out games 1, 2, and have a 7, might matter a little more than nothing. I always somehow find a way to make it about the Oilers somehow. It's my gift. Right.
Yeah, eliminate them. LA.
Yeah, Barnburner's going to be live from LA for the first round series. Like, but the Flames got it. No, we're not covering that. We have to be there when the Oilers lose. Vegas, by the way, the Flames' next opponent. That's tomorrow night, 8:00 start at the Dome. Here's what Vegas has done in their last 8. Win, loss.
Oh.
They might be a little growly, the Golden Knights. They've got Shea Theodore back. He, of course, got injured at Four Nations. Jack Eichel's having an under-the-radar sensational year. I like the team. They're very good.
Really good. And
they're quite good. This Pavel Dorofeyev has been turned into a nice player. Oilers and Jets beat them. 2 good teams, 2 Canadian teams. Those are both in Vegas, so it'll be the first game of a road trip for the Golden Knights coming in tomorrow. Late start at the Dome. Should be buzzing. If you're a believer, that's your Bugatti 8.0.
Billy Bob will be there making noise. He's wound up.
Big Knights guy?
Popcorn. No.
Oh, Flames. Okay.
Actually, Florida guy.
Big Panthers.
Told him to wear his Panthers.
Big Cats guy.
Because don't they do the wearing the wrong jersey at
the Lost Fan. Yeah, the Lost Fan's a good bit. I like that one. Kiss Cam's a staple. Lost Fan's been very good.
The Kiss Cam.
You got put on the Kiss Cam with my sister once, Jack.
Yeah, you did.
We did the video of that, made the show.
Jack, it was gross.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's
once you're on the camera, you gotta play up the bit, right?
I like the celebrity lookalike one.
That's a good one. And then the other one that I don't know that they've done anymore, but they used to have the looking at your phone guy, and they'd start the ticker, and you could see how long it would be till the person recognized they were staring at the phone. I don't know if they do that anymore, but 3 years ago they did. I love that one. The oblivious cam, they called it. Good work down at the Dome.
Keep it up.
Last night you mentioned it. Habs winning at home. That's great. Avalanche, man, they're doing some things. We'll talk about Cale Makar in a moment. They're going to get Gabe Landeskog back, hopefully for game 1 of the playoffs. Man, Makar hit a milestone last night that puts him in some rare air.
I don't wish it. Our guest, we can talk about that.
Yeah. Blues needed overtime. Stupid Penguins tied it late, Jack.
What the hell
they
are the
did.
Penguins doing?
It was
Come on,
4-2.
Jack.
4-2. Joel Hofer started I don't know about my parlay. But we got her done. Oilers squeaked one out against the Sharks. That's not nearly as impressive as their win over Vegas, which was impressive a couple nights ago. Ottawa, big win. Linus Ullmark, sensational. 30-plus saves and a 2-1 victory. They need him going.
If he plays, look out.
When he's right, he's right. When he breaks a fingernail, he's not right. Keep his fingernails
Keep
not
going,
broken.
Nashville. Way to go.
Yeah, Nashville's won Rhett a lot of steak and cheese toast. Dallas continues to roll. Kings, that was on the road.
Kuzi?
Oh, I didn't check for Kuzi. That's a great question.
Kuzi.
We need a Kuzi
Don't you
update.
score.
Okay,
Don't you
LA
score no
4-2. Kuzmenko 96. One helper, no shots, 15 and a half minutes.
I don't mind him getting
power play.
points. I just don't want.
Yeah, you're not going to lose that bet. We bet a hot chicken sandwich on. Now that place closed.
Yeah.
We have to do a burrito with hot sauce now.
We'll
Or something?
find somewhere.
Yeah. And then the final one, the Jets a resounding victory there. That is the thing. Like
That's impressive.
shutout on the road in Vegas.
Take that, Knights.
Very good. Very good. Stand by for a message from one of the greatest humans of all time. It's Lanny McDonald. This was posted on the Flames socials today. You got to get involved here in Alberta. So there's contests running like every year. We got a horse in the race.
Hi, Lanny McDonald here, proud member of the Calgary Flames alumni. I'm here to talk about a very special project that is going on right now. It's called Craft Hockeyville, and it's all about 4 different cities in Canada having the opportunity to win $250,000 for their community in arena upgrades.
I like that.
Now, how cool would that be if our own Crossfield, that's right, Crossfield, right here in Alberta, the only city of the 4 that is from Western Canada. So I encourage everyone to get on board, go to crafthockeyville.ca, learn all about the 4 cities, but more importantly, vote for Crossfield to win the opportunity for $250,000 in arena upgrades. You can vote as many times as you want. So go Crossfield, go.
Go Crossfield, go.
Now.
We got a horse, Rhett. Thank you, Double S. Good work, Shala. She's voted 25 times today.
Wow.
She's crashing the server.
25 more.
Amazing. Jack, we're not allowed to do that with the candy bracket. 1 vote per IP.
I was just going to say, now go crush the candy
No,
bracket.
yeah, you can't.
1 vote. That's
One
it.
vote.
Then get back to the craft
It's 1 vote
Hockeyville.
per IP address, so you could
Change your IP
find a
address
mini-
if you really
mil-
want to
yeah, you
go
can-
at it.
If you're a
Actually-
tech dork.
Yeah, if you're a hacker. Look, I could tell you to go, and people are saying, hey, yeah, we're with
No,
the
we are.
Crossfield bit. I'm like, look, we got Lanny telling people to do it. They're not going to listen to me. They'll listen to Lanny. Go vote. Craft Tech Hockeyville. Go Google that. We mentioned a milestone last night. Cale Makar, in front of our very eyes, is doing impressive things. The first 30-goal season by a defenseman since
Green.
Calgary's Mike Green did it with, at that point, the Washington Capitals in the 08-09 season. That's a long time ago. Where were you in 08-09? You were on the Flames.
I was on the. I had a contract.
You were pouting in a booth at Earl's Tin Palace.
Yes.
That's when I met you for the first time. It was wonderful. I said, keep your chin up.
30.
Regret.
I got 24.
Total?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Uh-huh.
Kale's done that since October. Probably had that done by February.
Whatever.
Too. He's such a mega stud. Now, here's where the comparisons get interesting. 26-year-old Makar, who, of course, is Calgarian, has already won a cup, the Conn Smythe, the Norris, and the Calder.
Look at the name.
He's the 9th defenseman in history to hit 30 goals and one of 5 ever to go 30 and 60-plus points. Here's the 5 guys. Do you like this company, Rhett? Makar joins Paul Coffey, Ray Bork, Denny Potvin.
Oh.
Dennis Potvin sucks. And Bobby Orr.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that guy too. Okay.
So basically, at the age of 26, he's already cemented his spot in the Hall of Fame.
I'm trying to
and he
think
went to college. He didn't even jump into the league at 18.
I'm trying those 4 at the bottom. Who's better?
I think Bobby's the best.
No,
But
no,
short-
not who's
short
the
career.
best out of them.
Yeah.
I'm saying who's the guy that's not part of this group.
Who doesn't belong there?
No,
They all belong. Yeah.
they all belong.
Okay.
Who's not on this list
That should be.
that's considered one of the best ever. I know that.
Maybe
I know why
Lidstrom.
the list is
Yep,
there.
Lidstrom probably would be the one that.
But he's a completely different player,
Yeah,
right?
agreed. You have to be an offensive slanted defenseman. You know what? I pulled up the all-time best single season.
I'm just saying that, like,
It's an incredible list.
those 4 might be the best that have ever played.
Correct. Yeah. In terms of offensive defensemen, there's your list. Those 5, because we're putting Kale on the list. Quinn Hughes and Lane Hudson, you got some work to do. Pull up your socks. You're just getting started. You'll chase this cat. Oof. Very good stuff. Let's go to the Blues. What have the Blues been doing since, the new year? Just winning.
Braggers.
Just matched the record from their Stanley Cup season, 11 in a row. Who do they have next? Afraid to look. I'm going to do it now because, hunting around live on.
Yeah, we don't need to prep.
Well,
I could do this while you talk.
Go ahead then. St. Louis has got Colorado tomorrow. That's going to be a test. The Avs.
A good game.
I'm glad I looked it up. Oh, that's a good game. I'd be tuning in for that. They just beat Colorado last weekend too. Man.
Screw you guys.
I don't want to get too deep on this because we got all summer, but Frank over at Daily Faceoff released his top 25 free agents
All right, I like
for the
this.
summer. The top of the list, interesting. These are people that anyone can go sign July 1. Mitch Marner, Brock Besser, John Tavares, Matt Duchene, Neil Pionk, who's hurt but just got changed to day-to-day, and we'll be back for the playoffs for the Jets. Sam Bennett, Nikolai Ehlers, monster year. Brad Marchand, Ivan Provorov, Aaron Ekblad not getting talked about a ton. He's going to miss the first 2 games of the playoffs due to that PED suspension.
Hey, you need to take
back
drugs,
for game
don't
3.
worry about.
Brock Lobster, who just got moved to Colorado. Patty Kane, kind of still doing it at 36. He'll hit 20 goals again. Giroux, Ben Granlund, who got moved from San Jose this year. Brent Burns is 40, man. That's wild. Still doing Brent Burns things with 30 points. Orlov, Drouin, Yanni Gourde.
Who we getting?
I'd say no one, but Orlov's a left shot D. That would make some sense. They could use a guy that is good at defense on the left side. Most of these will be very highly coveted.
You don't want Sam Bennett?
I'd love Sam Bennett. I just think he's going to resign in Florida.
So do I. What about Ehlers? He can score.
Love Ehlers.
Don't really need more.
Hurt a lot, but absolutely flies.
Brad Marchand is not coming.
What is that on the far right? Is that the projected?
Those are projected values, and those will change as we get closer to the summer. But basically, there's a company that just guesses projected salaries, which kind of fits the bill. 8 times 12.5 for Mitch. That's a slight raise over his last deal. Cap's jumping up a ton.
He's staying there.
I think he is too. If he wanted to be gone from Toronto, he'd be gone already. Tavares is going to sign something way less than that. He's going to give him a nice little hometown. You just paid me $77 million discount.
I think he is.
Yeah.
And he should.
Yes. If you win there, that will change your life more than
you went
the
there
millions
to try and win a
table.
cup for the Leafs.
Go do it.
And you got paid and you got lots of dough and you still have the opportunity to do it.
Hey, John, you have more money than you can ever spend. And if you ever want a cup, you'd actually make even more with the spin-offs of that.
Well,
why don't you sign a 1 year, 2.5 with us, and then we can actually go add another player to help us win a cup?
Would you give him 3 for 3?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I would try to get it at 3 times 2, but yeah, sure. Like in terms of 1 less year, I'm more worried about the age than the dollar figure. But yeah, like I think you ask him for the hometown, come back at a low number and let's lift the cup and raise a banner. Not easy, but look, they might win the division for the first time since '67 or something hilarious. They haven't won the division since.
He's not going to go in. He might go in somewhere else for more dough, but not better opportunity.
And probably not even like where he wants to play in Toronto.
I don't think
list the markets you want to play in. Toronto.
How many of these guys are leaving? I don't think Marner is.
I'll say Besser. There's a chance. Duchene, just because he's priced his way out of Dallas, they got to pay the kids. Pionk could. Ehlers could. Marchand, I think, it's a rental spot there. Provorov, I'll say will, because no one really stays in Columbus beyond free agency. Ekblad stays is my guess, but I don't know. Maybe they pull a Stamkos with him. They're like, yeah, you've been good, but
well, they're letting him go to free agency because they want to negotiate, right? Like,
and they did it last year with Reinhart, and it worked out just fine. they're not afraid to walk guys closer.
Well,
to
the
you.
nice part about being in Florida or being the GM in Florida is you can go, well, do you want to stay in Florida and play really good hockey?
Yeah, it's not just the, hey, the
Really
taxes are
awesome.
good and the weather's nice. It's also like, yeah, we've been to the last 2 cup finals. So if you like winning, we're a good place.
Good spot.
Yeah.
Things aren't so bad.
Tonight's games, let's take a peek at them. Just 3. Canes and Wings. Okay. This is the Reds and the Whites against
You're
the
not
Reds and the
watching
Whites
that
and the
game?
Blacks. No, I'm going to watch Ovi.
Yep.
I don't think it's the best game, but Ovi's a hat trick
It's
away.
the most
and he
intriguing
gets
game.
hat trick away, and he's got the Hawks.
Shit could happen. Make it happen.
I got a anytime bet. First goal of the game. Number 1 for Ovi. We'll revisit that for Bet365 later. All right. And a big one for the Flames with the Wild on Long Island. Wild are actually dogs here, which is interesting because the Isles are kind of scuffled here. Neither team that overwhelming at this point.
Isn't somebody quit on the Isles?
Anthony Duclair is going to take a little time. Patty Roy got all up in his grill, and they've decided that maybe just a few days away from the rink would be best for everyone involved.
So when Boom gets in our grill, can we just say
That's what today was?
A couple days.
He's off. We'll see him Monday. He thinks he should get a superstar at 16. We have to give him a few days to think about that. Good news for you and
Yes,
your Bills.
I like
Let's head to Buffalo. Let's
the
head
Bills?
to Buffalo. What are we seeing here?
Look
the last
at this
steel beam.
Jack.
The last steel beam will be raised and put in place today
Jack.
with Terry Pagula, New York State Governor Kathy Hochul,
What a dummy.
and the Raj, the commish.
Oh, Raj.
Set to open for the 2026 season. So the frame, the structure, last beam going in, and then the whole next year will just be getting Rhett sweet with the marble and
I love
the
it here. And
the
I know
hyperbaric chamber,
how do I afford
that big machine of nacho cheese.
season tickets there and here?
Yeah, it's tough. They're kind of thousands of kilometers apart.
Jack?
Any ideas, Jack? Private jet. That's the answer. PJ.
Yeah, PJ.
So how can you afford a PJ is what you're asking. You just need a partial share. You don't need the
I
whole.
need that old airline to go from Hamilton to Calgary. It was like $80 a flight.
And then the Hamilton to Buffalo?
Yeah.
How long
Not,
would
we'll
that
just
take?
drive hours a little bit.
Okay.
No problem. I can
Still
drive.
not as
I
good
get
as
one of
yours.
those autonomous vehicles. Just take me down.
One of those flying
Flying
cars.
cars.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Flying cars for the win.
Also, or one of those suits you go in the water and those
Yeah, the
jetpacks.
flying
Because I
jetpacks.
could go in one of the lakes and scoot across, skip the
Just full torpedo.
skip the border.
Yeah. Sweet. The oh man, I just completely okay. So baseball season's back. We love
All
that.
right, love baseball.
110
Haven't watched
matinee
one
for the
pitch.
Jays.
Haven't watched one pitch, but love baseball.
But it's back, baby. And Juan Soto and the Mets get Vladdy and the Jays today. That's a matinee. And look at the race we've got brewing in the AL Central. What a dogfight.
Oh, baby.
The worst team we've seen in our lives. Last year, Chicago White Sox off to an incredible first place
Keep
2-4
it up.
start. Cleveland 2-4. Detroit 2-4. Kansas City 2-4. And the Twinkies are 2-5.
I think I'm gonna do the every ballpark.
How many of you got done?
I'm gonna do it 1 year.
Oh, so not like check off the list, but
When
do
my
every single one all in the same year.
When I don't need Shane King at my house every day.
Yeah, the
for
dispute resolution group.
dispute
Yeah.
res- I'm gonna just take a year and hit them all.
That's a
Dean
great
will
idea.
try to jump in, and there's zero chance he's coming.
Join him at Yankee Stadium. That's going to be his,
Yeah.
Kilimanjaro or whatever, his Mount Everest. But yeah, you don't need him for the whole.
Anyway, so I don't even care if they're terrible. I'm going.
We got a bet with Juan Soto later today. The numbers are going to blow your mind when you see what he does against Kevin Gossman, who's starting for the Jays. So stay tuned
Goose?
for that as well. That's your boy Goose. I like Goose. Might be in tough with Soto today. I just walk him. Just walk him.
See if one of those fancy new bats.
The Yankees do it off the Mets do. I think Juan Soto's bat probably fine. Doesn't need to change a
Yeah.
thing. Best hitter in baseball. Big news: Cavalry FC will be in action tomorrow, opening the season. It's the CPL opener already. They're not playing in Calgary.
Oh,
they're smart. They know the
Rick.
weather. They're like
It's
there's-
gorgeous
could be
tomorrow. I
slow.
would love it. This would be a great day for me. Although
Great news though, Rhett.
I'm doing something.
3:30 start in Hamilton. It's on TSN2. TSN has stepped up and picked up some CPL games, including this rematch of the championship game last year. So you can actually watch CPL on TSN on cable television. It's also, of course, on One Soccer, which you can get on TELUS TV, and Fubo as well, the soccer app. There's lots of places to catch it, but first time you can really get it on sports cable tomorrow. Good stuff. Oh, look at this. We got odds, too. Bet365 wide range of markets.
Shut
look
the
at this.
front door.
Slight favorites are Stinking
'em up.
Forge, the cheaters. And you're going to get some nice underdog odds for the Cavs to win. Plus 162 for a win, a tie, plus 220. And Stinking Forge, those cheaters in Hamilton. Plus 137. What's the weather like in Hamilton? Finally, a couple dumb things for you to close out. Pinder Report. I think Commie's going to be joining us any moment here.
Talk about.
What?
No, you said dumb things. So.
No, oh, jeez. Yeah.
I only got one dumb thing, Ryan, by the way.
That's enough.
We got the Mac King and we got the keg curling, or just the Mac King?
Just the Mac.
Let's just go out on the Mac King. So Boom's not in today. He did a little doc here on what he's been up to and why he's not in today. Here we go.
32,340 Big Macs in my lifetime. I'm closing in on 50 years next year of eating them every day. My habit right now is just to eat 2 a day, and that would be like 14 a week. I'm not a type of person that tries new stuff, and when I like something, I stick with it all the time. It's like, for me, it's Big Macs every day. It's Coca-Cola every day. I probably will be eating Big Macs every day for the rest of my life.
That's just a really normal guy. That's awesome.
You know what?
It just seems like a real down-to-earth normal human that's not weird at all with his Big Mac tie and mullet ponytail. Okay.
That makes choices easy.
Good for
Simple. Simplify.
You know, people want things a certain way. You wanted more
Hey,
pickles on your
Subway, I
sandwich.
heard
the
about
other
this. I don't give a shit about no sub. Are you kidding me?
day. That is your Pinder Report. We do it for Village Honda. Again, Northwest Auto Mall in Royal Oak, your dealership for life. Check in, say hello. Tell them you love them because you love us and they love us. It's a big
Get your
cyclical
car
thing.
priced up. They'll take
Okay,
care of it.
get it done. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Again, 24 hours. They're going to pay you for your vehicle, competitive trade and buy-in values. And again, start online, villagehonda.com. Excited to see Anthony and the crew in a couple weeks here. Love that. Love it.
Love.
Okay, what's the status update from our guest? He said, yep, ready to rock. I'm saying anytime you're ready. I think he's got a link. He'll be joining us.
He's got a link.
I think in the next 10 minutes he'll join us,
Well,
which I'm fine with.
Let's,
11 minutes left in candy voting. We got to get
let's do our bet. Let's do our bets.
yeah, that's a great idea. Bet365. All right, let's do it. Okay. Breaking news from Bet365. Every nail-biting overtime is a barn burner. Every face-off, hat trick, power play shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, an official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app and use the code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. Nail-biting overtime game. Okay, so lots to go on here. I was scrolling the old app formerly known as Twitter.
do the easy one first. Ovechkin plus 600.
Yeah, look, we're watching. We want it to happen. I'm not saying it's going to, but it's big game hunting at plus 600. If Ovi opens the scoring tonight, plus 600. Whatever you bet, times it by 6, add that to your bet. That's what you get. $100 would be 700. $1 would be 7. Like that. Fun. We're cheering for it. We're trying to manifest it, right?
I'm definitely, yes.
Now, here's the other one. It's a little more complicated. Kevin Gossman's an excellent pitcher in the majors. Juan Soto has had his number specifically more than Juan Soto might have any starting pitcher's number over the course of his career. He's 8 for 15, so he's batting over 500 against Gossman. But on top of that, he's also got 12 walks. When he faces Gossman, he gets on base over 74% of the time. This is a sport where if you get on base like a third of the time, you're a star.
Superstar.
His last 16 plate appearances, he's 6 for 7 with 9 walks. He's been on base 15 times his last 16 plate appearances against Gossman. And so we're taking the Juan Soto over 1.5 total bases today, plus 145. Don't expect that kind of a exhaustive deep dive on all of my Bet365 bets of the day, but I like that one.
The goose, or Soto's in the goose's head. Big time.
Soto's not good for the goose. Unsure if he's good for the gander. That's where I'd go. Jack, you like this bet or what? Is it too nerdy?
Too nerdy.
Really?
He wants a 13-leg parlay on
See,
field
I
goals.
need to get my
payoff
sign in and to get some real hard hitting.
You got to figure out your sign-in. Please do that. Really appreciate that. Want to tell you about the Service Big Share? Not everyone can play in the NHL and make millions of dollars. And in fact, even to make millions of dollars for not even playing.
I played in the NHL a long time and didn't make $1 million.
There's actually a lot of proof the opposite of that. It's
Is
literally
there a
published
stat
online.
for someone that's played the least amount of games that's made the most amount of money?
You could probably set thresholds, but
AI, Jack.
That's a good AI.
yeah. I mean, you'd have to say what is like the number of games. Like Rick DiPietro got a 15-year deal and immediately got hurt.
Ow!
And so you want to talk about like efficiency of the contract, like the least number of games played on a deal and most money, that's got to be contention. First thing I come to. Kovalchuk went back to Russia. I don't know how that one works. The Big Share, though, here's your chance. You don't have to be a hockey player. You don't have to be in the NHL. You can still win $1 million just by saving money. Anyone can enter by becoming a member and saving with service. Every $500 gives you 5 entries into the contest. Contest does end at the end of April. Let's get her going here. Skill test required. For rules, go to service.ca/win. Now, there's some other ways you can add even more entries in. You could double your entries when you invest in a registered account, like a TFSA or an RRSP. You can set up paycheck for automatic deposit. That's a nice thing to do in your service account. That'll earn you bonus entries. And you can fast track your savings with a high yield savings account. Invest in a GIC. Lots of ways to do it. Service has promotions during the contest period with great interest rates and term lengths. Service Credit Union. For more information, service.ca/win.
In the history of the NHL, who has made the most money per game?
Ooh, that's a rate. That's really good. I would say no one's going to beat Austin Matthews, but I bet you if it's guys that have to have been retired, Yags and Vinny Lecavalier would have been merchants.
This AI is terrible.
Yeah. Vinny Lecavalier at one point, Jack, had
This
been
is just
bought out
telling
by
me who-
2 different teams and was making a salary from
Right.
the third. That's the kind of action you need to lead that chart. Yags got paid. And here's the thing, like I wouldn't even put Matthews and McDavid in the same box. Austin Matthews is going to make way more money than Connor McDavid in his career. Shorter terms, jumping in, no deals. I'd say better agent. Because it's not like Connor saving money has won them a cup. It just meant they're going to overpay Nurse and other dummies.
Yeah, like Gretzky earned over $50 million in salary during his playing career, which was 1,487 games. That's 33 grand a game.
That's not a
which
lot
Is not
compared
a
to
lot.
today's player. Yeah.
Crosby has earned 1,100 games. That's 118,000 per game.
So 4 times what Wayner was getting.
Ovechkin's 100 a game.
Yeah, Ovi be doing well too. Ovi's politely paid. He's got 1 more year left on his deal.
Sorry, I'm distracted by chat, but I thought you'd get better answers.
We're like minutes away from the candy bracket, Jack. Are we ready?
Let's just
6
do it.
minutes.
Candy bracket. Yeah,
Almost ready. I got one more read and then we'll
The
couple more reads.
active NHL player with the highest career earnings per game is Austin Matthews.
Yeah,
140,000 per game.
Wow.
So it's
That's
like
what you need, Jack.
it's like a 4-game week, and you're like, shoot, I made
Son of-
$600,000.
Son of a biscuit.
Busy week. Man, is every 2-week paycheck? Goodness.
Jealousy will get us nowhere. We got to work for it.
We're
Jack.
jealous of
Let's
you,
go
and
get
you're
it.
jealous of him. Think about God.
I'm jealous because I didn't have anyone tell me, like, if you actually put something back into the game, they'll give you more.
Put something back into the game.
Well, like skating, you worked on your skating, or actually thought about getting a point, or
I feel like you had bad advice. Who was your advisor?
battle.
Play hurt. Ooh.
Play hard.
Concussion. Pretend it didn't happen. Rawr. It's a Friday. What do you got with the boys? You said
I'm home alone.
Shoveler's out of
Shane
town.
King's going to pop by when he's needed. But
Yeah.
other than that, I'm on my own to deal with. We've got some trainers. We've got some lacrosse. We've got wind-up parties. We've got
Wow.
learn to play. We've got
Learn to play what sport?
Flames game. No, I'm going to go on the ice with the kids, the alumni.
You're learning to play. That's great.
Hockey Alberta, Hockey Calgary, putting on a great event. Learn to play for the kids. 3 or 4 practice on Saturday.
Busy.
Oh,
You're just running the shuttle.
what,
Now, could I ask you to carve a tiny bit of time out? Like maybe just 9 p.m. till midnight tonight. You want to have a couple origins? Because I'd love you to have a beer. It sounds like you're going to need a beer.
9:30, I can be there.
9:30. Okay. You don't have to go to the tap room. If you want, you could.
You know what? I'm real close because I'll be in Indus, so I could just keep on going.
Right over to Strathmore. Of course, they do have the Strathmore location, the world famous 60 Spruce Park Drive location.
Beautiful.
But the OC, Origin Calgary, now rolling up on 28th Street in the Northeast, 943 28th Street Northeast. Where are you going? Because I know you like a hoppier beer. I'm thinking
I'm
the
going to Hazy.
hazy. The Long Days Haze,
Uh-huh.
Hazy IPA.
Uh-huh.
I could probably line you up with some Afterburner Pale Ales.
Yep.
That's a nice fit there. I'm going to go with a homegrown lager, maybe the Mexican. Or the Barn
'cause
Burner
sun's
Blonde.
out.
It's
Tomorrow, it's the Mexican one.
it's getting better, man. It's going to be warm.
I'm gonna
Ski-
crush some of those iced teas.
Oh, those iced teas are deadly.
Iced
Glass with some ice.
Yeah. Jack, you and I are on the same program.
Iced teas are good.
Like load that cup, just as much ice as you can get in there. Pop, 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 pop. Scoop it in
listen.
there. The ice container totally full.
If you have people over to your house and you pour them a drink and there's 2 ice cubes, you are an ignorant prick.
Brett's turning around and walking out.
Yeah.
He's going to put his boots
Sorry.
on, walk through your house with his boots on, get mud everywhere, and then leave.
So you can't afford to freeze this water?
You can't get me a third cube. The hell? Like my drink cold, please.
Idiots. Some people are so stupid.
For more information, head over to their website, originbrewing.ca. We're scheming. We're working on some plans with Origin. I think we're going to have their beer at the draft, which is very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So we deleted the Barn Burner Blondes at an alarming rate. We drank Richmond's out of Barn Burner Blondes, Jack, at the watch party.
Well, thanks to
Well
you,
done.
Jack.
No thanks to you. Big thanks to our Munsons, our buddies, and everyone.
Did a hell of a job.
Great work, everyone. Good work. Appreciate it.
Are we getting said guest or is he just?
Well, he's just definitely chatting.
he's very busy.
ETA, we are ready.
Mm-hmm.
Do they go Pacific time or they Mountain time? Maybe these guys' time zone's messed up. I don't know.
Isn't it the same down in
I don't know, man.
El Paso?
In old El Paso. Well, we'll just keep ripping through reads then. That works for me. Jack, you playing some pickup hockey this summer? What are you doing?
Come on, Jack.
I think I am.
Okay, so what's the deal? You play with buddies? You play with strangers? You play in co-ed? You play in men's league? What do you got?
With the boys. I think we're trying to put together a team.
You got it. You got to love that. Just buddies. Nice summer day. Flip-flops to the rink.
I said that to someone the other day. I had
So
idiot friends that used to rent their own ice and do a game all winter.
Yeah.
On Sunday nights. And it was like, why not do it when it's nice out and people are okay leaving their house?
Yeah.
The spring or summer.
Well, here's the thing. If you're looking for hockey in the summer, when you don't have to
hour
warm
time
up your
change.
car.
It's only 10 a.m. there.
See, this is what I was thinking. Yeah. So if you don't need to warm up your car in the middle of winter, you want to play hockey when it's nice out, which is great. Come out with shorts on, feel like $1 million. Ugh. Why don't you look at Hockey North America? It's Calgary's best run adult recreational league. What are you doing here?
Showed my legs. I got my shorts on
You
already.
do have shorts on. Yes, thank you. Do that again. Like we go full
Oh,
screen
that
here.
hurt.
We're gonna have to take down Hockey North America.
Come
They don't
on,
have
Rhett, one
any
more.
part to do with your
Okay, I'll go
games.
the other way.
Those shoes are dirty. What are you doing?
Ow,
Kicking
what
rocks
do
to
you-
them?
My shoes are dirty. You're like my wife. That's how do you get your shoes? Well, I walk in them. What do you mean?
You just beat the crap out of your shoes. I'm like, well, I am 200 pounds, not $120. Like that's the one I get. I'm like, well, sorry, I'm walking.
And I have 3 pairs of shoes, so I wear them regularly.
I'm not doing parkour at a pig pen. It's just I'm walking around here. Hockey North America. Calgary's best run adult recreational hockey league since 1988. Summer hockey teams, sign them up now. They're open, Jack. Mention Barn Burner. Add that in there. Save $100 on your team registration. Love that. Love that. They got a women's division, co-ed division, men's division, 14 plus games for the summer. Great ice times, great arenas. If you're just learning hockey, I actually talked to a buddy last night at this event I was at. He's like, I never played hockey as a kid. I always was like, dang, it's a huge regret I had. I got mad at my parents for it. And he said, 1 year, I just said, screw it. I was 30 years old and I joined a learn to play league, hockey for beginners. You can do that too. He said, it's the best thing he's ever done. It doesn't matter how good the hockey is. The best part about hockey is hanging in the room with the boys.
You're
Go
out
to the parking lot after. Telling everyone about that unbelievable saucer pass that Rhett fumbled on the back door.
Damn it.
Ugh.
Could have had 25.
Hockey for Beginners program has 21 ice times. That's good. Sign up on there. Tournaments too. More information at hna.com, or you can scan that QR code.
Bracket.
Bracket.
Are we ready for the bracket?
Oh my God.
We can do it now.
We need
or-
some dramatic music. It is 11:01. The semifinals have been completed. It is time. It is time to unveil our candy bracket final between two titans of candy. Jack, let's revisit the semifinal matchups. We need the epic music here now. This is where
There's Dean's thing. It's not plugged
we're
in.
not plugged in. We had the cola bottles, the 1 seed, the defending champs up against Skittles.
Do you want me to do music?
Yeah, do that, please.
Mm-hmm.
Skittles, the 5 seed. Fuzzy Peaches, the 2 seed against the 6 seed Sour Patch Kids. 4 of the top 6 advancing to the semis. Jack, we start with our top seed, the cola bottles. Let's see what happened.
I've got it all in one.
Okay, it's all in one. We're
All
ready
in
to go.
one.
Here we go.
Gonna hit you right in the
Oh,
face.
man. And your prediction was Peaches
Fuzzy
and Skittles. Oh, my goodness. The Skittles beat the cola bottles 342 to 296. The Sour
Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids are
My
through.
boys are out. Now I got to tell you, they were pretty good the other day, so I can't even argue it.
I was going to go Skittles. The right cola bottles won me over midweek. I was a late swing, and I was going to go Peaches, but I was like, those kids are too damn good.
They were good.
They were way better than I remembered. I'm
Yes.
glad we dove in and sampled. It sets up a colossal
A
matchup in the
new
final.
champion to be crowned.
That is right. It'll be a first-time winner in our second candy bracket, the inaugural barn bracket.
Wow,
look at
that.
this.
5, 6.
Oh, it looks great. Look at the colors. Taste the rainbow against those stinking kids. Sour against the sweet. The chewy against the hard shell. This is a colossal matchup. Jack, when does voting open?
Monday morning.
Monday
It'll
morning,
go
we will
all
open
week.
voting.
Can you have an article up by then?
I could probably figure. I'm still waiting to get paid for my last 2.
Yeah, that was AI. I got. I'll buy you a coffee, and then
Awesome.
you'll owe me half a coffee. That's how much that's worth. Go to FlamesNation.ca for the links. We'll have one up there.
God, I don't know which way to go.
Yeah, I know. We got all week to figure it out. And we're gonna have to do some heavy sampling. Are you gonna do it right now? Are you doing it now? He's gonna be so mad.
I think one, just one every day, like the Big Mac guy.
Yeah, that very normal guy. That totally cool dude I want to meet.
That normal human.
Just a really normal guy. Oh yeah. Okay, look at. Hold them up, Brett, so people can see. I got the Sour Patch Kids.
Got the Skittles
You got the
coming
Skittles. This is the finals right here. This is it. The finals.
out. Lemon, strawberry, grape, lime, and orange.
Red berry, lemon, lime, orange, blue raspberry.
A lot of
You know what? It's an interesting point. Both of our finalists, Jack, multiple flavors, not a single
that's
flavor. Cola bottles are a single flavor. Swedish berries are a single flavor. Oh, yeah.
Okay, looking back at the bracket,
Mhm.
is everything right, you think? Is there any
I don't think there's been any miscarriage of justice. Everyone has their favorites, but the voting's been strong. The seedings were done appropriately. We had a playing round. I feel like we're left with the best 2.
I agree.
I can't say that there's any, no. When I look at that, the breakdown and how things played out,
We had
it all
no
makes
upsets
sense.
in round 1. Not a single upset. Round 2, we saw the 1 and 2 seed advance. Skittles does have some mo. I'll say that.
They're pretty good.
They're leaning on us emotionally. The whole Johnny thing, the tributes, everyone's
I'll
been back
have
into
one
Skittles.
of each flavor.
Jammies are good. Jack, here.
Throw
Those
me
just
one.
went flying everywhere. Yeah, throw them back when you're done. Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh,
if we had to break it down by flavor, I'm not a fan of the yellow.
yellow's not amazing. Skittles we're talking.
It's a throw in that no one likes.
Mm-hmm.
I like the purple, the orange, and the red. The yellow and the green are horseshit.
Yeah, they're the worst. For
They're garbage,
Purple,
actually.
red.
Like that has a bit of that.
I got a crazy take for you.
Wait, I'm trying to remember a flavor. What was that gum that tasted like soap?
Yeah. A junk.
It's got a bit
What
of
was
that.
it called?
Remember that, Jack?
A gum that tastes like soap.
Yeah, it was purple.
I got it right here.
Somebody in this.
Thrills.
Thrills. Someone saying thrills.
Friggin' thrills.
It has a bit of a thrills, the green one.
No good.
So this is, Jack, can I have a sour? You got a chance there?
Walk them over. You can take some Skittles back with you, Jack. We're loaded on the Skittles now.
So if the Skittles, for me personally, and we'll get into this more next week. If the Skittles were only the orange, the purple, and the red,
Love them.
they're really high up in my ranking.
Okay.
But when you mix in those yellow and the green,
I don't mind some of them being not as good as the others because you do kind of get to hunt a bit. And you have your favorites in there,
you're wasting money.
I suppose. But all the Sour Patch Kids, I don't think there's a weak one in there.
I'm going to try 'em. First one, because I don't like lemony, will be the yellow.
Do you want to give big shout outs to our sponsors, the Candy Bracket? Handsome Dan's Vacation Rentals. Don't go through these third-party services. Save some money. Check out Handsome Dan's. And, of course, our good pals at Crystal Waters. They're like the nerve center of your house. That's what they want to be. They want to protect your home. Whether it's air conditioner, hot water cooler, let them in there. Make sure everything's ready to go. It's a time of year we're changing seasons. Make sure everything's locked in. Your crystal, clear choice. Let them be the guardians of your home. Crystal Waters.
So the lime or the lemon Sour Patch, it's fine. Just fine. Perfect.
So my theory is this. No, like a lot of these candies have different colors. Gummy bears have different colors. Sour Patch Kids, different colors. Soothers, a couple different ones. Starburst, different ones. Skittles, different ones. You get my point. Jolly Ranchers. I would bet most candies, the red's always really damn good. There's not many bad red ones where you're like, put the reds away. They're bad. Like wine gums, the reds are unreal. Sour Patch Kids, reds are good. Skittles, reds are good. I don't know if the gummy bears actually taste different, but the colors are there.
I think it's, again, you're right. You could get rid of the lemon lime with the Skittles or the Sour Patch, and I don't think you'd miss them. I don't, anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think I've made my mind up already.
Really?
Yeah.
He's going Sour Patch.
I don't want to sway the voters, but I've made my mind up as well.
I think I have as well.
All right. We'll get the big cat back in next week. We'll see. We'll see. Our guest is going to join us. He said, do I need to be on a computer? Is the phone fine? I just stepped out to run a couple quick errands. I can be home on a computer in 20 minutes. That was 10 minutes ago. Well, in 10 minutes. We can wait 10 minutes for our boy.
I'm not staying all day for this.
We're not doing all day. We'll just hang out with him. And I do want to, we have a Masters pool starting, but our guest is Mike Commodore, and he's the biggest golf nut on earth. I don't want to talk about the Masters pool without Mike. Is that fair?
Well,
I'm sure he's like, I bet you there's a 50-50 chance he's played Augusta National. Never mind been there.
Chuck Kolbasu played Augusta. I don't know. Call me.
I've got a couple pals that played. I know my grandpa played it.
It's extremely difficult.
It's really hard to do. Everyone knows a guy or two that's been there, but to play it is incredibly hard. I think Wes Gilbertson that covers the Flames for Post Media, he's done some Masters coverage, and they do the media draw, and it's just totally random luck of the draw. A certain percentage of the media get to play it every year, and guys will go for decades waiting and finally get their name pulled, and it's like the day after the media get to go play it. Legendary.
I feel like my brain tells me when we were playing Pittsburgh in the playoffs one year, we had a couple days in between games, and Mario decided we were in Buffalo, and Mario decided to take a plane.
I'm just going to be gone for a couple days, you guys. That was like Yager. Like, yeah, we were home from a long road
Let's
trip.
go play Augusta today, and then we'll be back for the game on Tuesday.
Guys, take an off day tomorrow. We'll do a skate in the afternoon. Instead of like, go home, get some rest. Like, no. Like, we're getting off this tarmac. My jet's waiting, and we're going to play Augusta tomorrow. Finish the road trip, get home, get on a different jet, go play Augusta.
Perspective. I can't decide it. This is completely. So you got guys like Mario and Yogs who are extremely good. Had tons of fun. And in an odd way, I don't know if this is the right description, didn't take it as seriously. Ovi. Do you think Ovi's going to bed worried about the game?
No.
Not that he's not interested in doing well or being, but he's not, you know what I mean? Whereas this Bedard kid comes across as so ultra focused and dialed in, there's no relief valve for these guys. I worry.
Yeah, and I think it's probably harder as a second-year player with the weight of the franchise on your shoulders to just
and I didn't know Mario in his second year. I wasn't playing against him then,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't.
No, and there is a fine balance because some guys need to be like Jonathan Taves was Captain Serious. That's how he had to be.
Yeah.
Ovi is goofy and having fun all the time, and that's what's best for him.
Yeah, I realized
You were a
personalities
guy
matter.
that needed to get away from the rink in the summer. Some guys are like, I got to get back on the ice. Everyone knows their body and their mind in terms of what's going to have them ready for peak performance, whether that's being super intense or super loose before a game. Different guy to guy, I'm guessing.
I found it interesting last year when Iggy, they did or whenever he was doing an interview and he said he hated thinking about it because you would think, from afar, you'd always be, I am ultra focused. And he's like, I hated thinking. I would go and try and do other things,
Distractions.
not think about the game. So I didn't like being nervous about it. Anyway, thought it was interesting.
I could see that. Like he would seem to be a guy that so intense and competitive that probably couldn't turn that off once it got
and if
running
you're
too
carrying
much.
it with you all the time. It's just piles.
I don't get that sense from Ovi.
No. Mm-mm.
Guys, I got us backstage at Avicii. We're all going. Like just maniac. He's got Chicago tonight, 1 of 3 games.
Score.
Yeah, let's do this. 3
Actually,
to go.
score twice.
Get it. And then where do you save the third for one?
Don't care, but I don't want it in Chicago. Give yourself the chance.
I think it's at home to Chicago.
Are they at home? Well, then go ahead. If it's at home, get a
Just
hat
rip
trick.
a hat.
End it. In Chicago, don't be ignorant. My kids asked, they said, if you're playing them, would you want to be on the ice? And it'd be like, F, no. I don't want to. No. There's no way I'm handing him that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you just let him? No, I don't want to be. Doing everything you can to stop him.
I should have grabbed that clip. Johnny Lazarus asked Marc-Andre Fleury, if he would want to be the goalie to give up that goal and his thoughts on it.
Well, now you get us on a cliffhanger. You either got to go get it or you got to tell us.
Well, it's like
an
I
interesting
said-
question.
Like I said, don't they play Pittsburgh?
They
And I
closed the
was
season
like,
of Pittsburgh. Marc-Andre's obviously in Minnesota now, but it would have been.
No, I know, but I
story
said it about Sid the other day. I said, there's no way Sid's, like, if Sid's there, he's going, screw you. Come to Pittsburgh and score your whatever record-setting goal. Nuh-uh. I'm shutting you down.
Yeah, Sid would have like the greatest game of his career.
Right?
They
Like,
dropped 2 spots in the draft and he wouldn't get the record. And you're like, friggin' Sid. Couldn't take it easy once. Couldn't
No.
go Brett Favre on Mike Strahan.
I'm not
once.
letting this Ovi come into my barn and score the record-setting goal. I'm shutting him down.
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy.
Okay. Guest. What do we got here?
Well, if he's not going,
5 minutes. Jeez. You know what? I am going to start with the Masters pool stuff just
Then-
because I want to.
I'm all for that. We can talk about Masters.
Here's the
all
thing.
day, every day.
We love the Masters.
But we have our guest.
We have our guest. Perfect timing. Okay. We go to the guest hotline. We do that for Crystal Waters. They love you. They want your home to be lovely. They're your crystal clear choice for all residential plumbing, heating, and cooling services. Over 30,000 projects completed, over 23 years of experience. It's premium quality equipment services focusing on safety, comfort, and product longevity. Excuse me. They're the guardians of your home's mechanical heart. And to the Crystal Waters guest hotline we go for old pal Mike Commodore. Commie, where are you? How are you? Oh,
They just going through the school zone here, trying not to clip any kids. I'll be through and parked in about 30 seconds, but I'm doing good.
you're good, buddy. This reminds me of the old Uber days when you were bored as hell. You literally started driving Uber in Scottsdale.
Yeah, I'm kind of Ubering now, except it's a dog back there. But yeah, this is a little nicer than driving Phil around with broads wanting to puke in my car. So Henry's a better guest. What's going on?
Well, okay, we got a few things going on. Flames, it's like Hail Mary, but they're still playing their asses off. I don't think anyone can be anything but proud for how hard this team has worked. They just don't have a lot of horses. That's on the hockey front. Away from that, we got Masters next week. We got to pick your brain. We're doing a big Masters pool here on the show. And then a little off the board, we ran a candy bracket. We just finished the semifinals. And
I saw you guys are doing this. Okay, yeah.
We got the Sour Patch Kids in the finals against the Skittles. Now, it's an emotional year for Skittles. There's all the tributes for Johnny in the fall. Skittles, right. I feel like a big resurgence. It's the emotional vote. Sour Patch Kids are just nails. We're ripping through bags of these on the set. So why don't we start with candy and we'll move backwards?
Okay, candy. You know what? The Blue Jackets have put in a good year. The way I'm going to go with the emotional pick on this one. The Sour Patch Kids, they're fine. I mean, I try to avoid the candy, so I'm not. My first number is not a 3 when I jump on the scale. But I'll go with the Skittles for me.
Okay, I like it. It's emotional vote.
Emotional vote. Yep.
Sway some voters potentially, but the kids are damn good. I forgot how good the kids were.
I don't eat candy. I'm like you. It's
try to avoid it.
I don't touch the stuff. I'm not tempted to touch the stuff, but because of the bracket, I've been taste testing.
Dabbling?
Yeah, and I've been shocked that I don't like the Sour Patch. I don't like the idea of it. It's just sour.
Don't tell me you're hooked on candy now, Red. Are you going to be able to stop once this bracket's done?
Yes, I can stop the candy.
Okay.
If you put chips and dip in front of me, no chance. It's gone.
I'm the exact same as you. I can't, to the point where I can't go. I try and avoid Mexican restaurants down here because I walk it. By the time my appetizer comes, I'm full. You come out with the chips and then I'm like, don't touch it, don't touch it. If I don't touch it, I won't have any. But if I have one, goodbye to the whole thing and reload 100%. Did you guys see that video of that Sour Patch Kid? There's a little video. It's funny. It's a couple in the car and the lady dumps like a bag of Sour Patch Kids, I think it was, like the full bag in the guy's lemonade. So you got to look it up. It's the guy's like this for like 40 seconds. Anyway, I just thought of that when you said the Sour Patch Kids. It's a pretty funny video.
That was nails. Okay, I heard you were back in town last week seeing some family. We didn't get to connect, but how was the trip back to Alberta?
Yeah, it was good. My dad had surgery on the Monday. A couple little complications. It was supposed to be just a day surgery, a hernia thing. He had to stay the night, so he's okay. But he ended up staying one night and got out late the next day. But you know what? I missed you guys at the pub there on the following Saturday. Yep. I had to get out, but it was good. To be honest, I really didn't do anything. I was just down in Mahogany, crashing in being Chaz, crashing in his parents' basement. And I didn't really do much at all. I don't even know if I had a beer.
Kind of disappointing, but that's okay. It wasn't about you.
It's thought about the Flames game on the Tuesday, but it didn't feel right going to the Flames game with my dad. I just wanted to be around the house.
Yeah, fair enough. You're looking good. You got a healthy glow down there. How hot is it? We're into like the perfect, not too hot, but definitely warm right now. What's going on in Phoenix?
It's perfect. It may be a little bit. Right now, it is 68 degrees.
Okay.
So it might be a little chilly for like most people. Like not most, but it's not pool weather. But this is perfect for me.
21, high at 21.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'm with Brett on that one. I can wear whatever I want. I'm not sweating like a pig.
Monday it gets hot, Mike. Monday, Tuesday, here? Wednesday, Thursday, 31, 33, 36, 37 in Scottsdale. You got a little bit of a heat wave coming at you, bud.
Oh, boy.
That's
a little early for those kind of numbers, I'll be honest.
Hey, Tommy, at least you don't sweat a lot, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like hearing the high numbers here because it just gets awful in the summer. I got to figure that into my life out. But
have you played Augusta?
Yeah, we're talking about it.
That's a tough one.
List? It's
You know, I
real
don't
hard
want
to
to pump
do.
my tires, but I think I could, like, if I like absolutely had to go play a golf course, like in North America, I'm not pumping my tires here, but I would give myself a fairly good chance of, if I had to, of like getting out there, except that one.
It's
I
the
don't think
hardest. Yeah.
that's the hardest. That's the hardest by a mile.
You have to be invited. But
Yeah.
You have to be invited. I do know a member or two, but I did go to the Masters like the year Rom won.
Oh, wow.
And I went and had dinner at a guy's house that's a member, also a member at Whisper Rock. And I think he liked me, but I didn't go. I didn't know I was going over for dinner until I was already in one. And I'm not sure. It was like kind of like a high class dinner, not high, but like classy. I'll say
Proper.
that. And I didn't know I was invited. I got invited last second. I wish I wouldn't have went over there because I rolled in there straight out of the golf course.
feeling hot.
And I'm sure I was way too loud. And he thought McIlroy was going to win. I'm like, there's no way. And I just happened to pick Rom, and Rom won. So he had to pay me $1,000 too. And he'd be my only, like, hey, his name's George. I'd be like, hey, George, my take, but I don't know.
You might have
I don't know
burned
if
your
he
golden
returned my
tickets.
text, to be honest. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Ah,
I'm not sure.
damn.
Yeah.
Who do you like this year? You're a huge golf fan. You've been following as much as you normally do, or because I know you're in a bunch of different pools.
Yeah,
You
I've
also
been
like going to your
following.
own
I'm in
tournaments.
this one and done pool again. Usually I follow a little more. I can't, like, I'm in this one, like a survivor pool. And 2 years ago I won this thing and it was a good amount of cash.
Yeah.
Last year wasn't as good. And this year, so you pick a golfer, it's done.
Can't
Points
use
go
me.
right off the money list. I mean, I can't. I picked Matsuyama. He misses the cut. I go with that Aaron Ray last week. I might have more missed cuts than made. So I'm not hot.
MC Hammer.
But I think it's like I'm coming down to, I mean, obviously the big two are Scheffler and McIlroy. I mean, if McIlroy can't win it right now, I mean, he could do it at any, but I mean, he's other than Scheffler, it's like those two on a different planet. I mean, he's unreal.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got a group of guys. I mean, if I go the live golf route, I've heard that John Rahm, because he lives around here.
Yeah, he's an Arizona guy.
I think John Rahm wakes up every morning pissed off that he's on the live tour, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, he counts
now,
his
he
money.
looks at his bank account and probably softens the blow a little bit. But I think he's pissed off he's on live. I heard he's playing good. I got kind of him, that Neiman. I mean, I know these aren't long shots.
The Chilean.
And then that guy that he competed last year, that Aberg, the Swedish guy.
Yeah, Pontus, yeah.
I mean, he's going to win some. Everybody down here thinks that dude's going to win multiple majors. It's just on when it's going to start.
5th highest odds to win.
Really?
Aberg?
Wow. So he's in form for sure then.
He ain't fooling anybody. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not going off the board here with the guys I'm giving you, but what's that? Is that Neiman pretty high too? He's dominating live. Him and Rahm.
Neiman, 1, 2, 3. 9th.
So Rahm's a Spaniard, but he went to ASU, and every time the Phoenix Open is the huge party tournament, you know, it's always a big deal for Rahm because, of course, he played there in the city. Like, do you know him well? Is he like Phoenix royalty, or was he sort of just here for school and boom, gone?
No, he's here. No. Do I know him well? No. If I saw him on the range, there's a 50-50 chance I think he'd know my name. I played golf with him twice.
Okay.
So, yeah, no. Am I like buddies with John Rahm? No. But there's a bunch of mutual friends. But, yeah, like he lives here full time. Like, if he goes back to Spain, I don't think he goes back there, like, very much. He's like, his kids are here. Like, he lives in Scottsdale for sure. And, like, he never told me, like, what I just told you guys. But coming from guys that, like, know him, they're like, man, I know he got paid $600 million. But I think
so much
he's a guy that, like, likes competing. But I also think he kind of likes, I'm just guessing, but, like, you know, he likes people knowing who he is. And he kind of, he likes.
He's an alpha.
You know, yeah, he likes that a little bit. And now he's playing on live golf, where I got nothing against live golf. If they would have come to me, I'm probably taking the money, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
fair.
yeah, I mean, 600 million is 600 million. I mean, I don't know how you say no to that, but I do think, like, as he's traveling all over the world and playing in just a few events, like, and every weekend the PGA Tour is on, and he used to be defending champion at some of these tournaments, I think he's pissed off.
Who's watching Live Golf?
I-
Do you?
You know what?
I'm with you. I don't have a political stance or a giver.
No.
Guys get money. Awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How does this end?
I
What's
will
happening?
find. I don't watch it. I don't watch golf all the time anyway. But I'll
Right.
sure as hell watch the Masters.
Yeah.
There's not one event that Live Golf has me going, I got to see this.
No. Well, it's new, which is part of it. It's different. Like it's on Fox Sports 1 here now. I don't know what it's on, if any. It's got to be on something in Canada, I'm assuming. But I like their numbers. They came out. I mean, I don't know. That's what I saw online. Like the numbers during the Players, because they were both on TV at the same time that weekend. The Players was like, whatever, 4 million views. The Players was way up.
Yeah.
And I want to say like one of the days Live Golf's like numbers was like 12,000 people. So like nobody's watching. I heard it's like as a fan going to the event is really fun. I did hear that.
The one in Oz is kind of they've remade the Phoenix thing. Like they got the hole. It's a party zone. They're throwing beers after aces. That's the place I'd want to go see. Like a market that got screwed by the PGA, like Australia. They used to hold big tournaments, and now they have so many great players. And PGA's like, we don't care. Like that's a big win for Australia to have Live. But in North America, they're just not really moving the needle at all.
No, they aren't. They're kind of they aren't. I mean, I don't know what it is. I guess it's something new, and I think it's kind of confusing for people like who don't know golf. You sit there and you watch it, and it can be like if you're not a golf fan, you're looking at that and you can get a little confused. And they got some things that I think are like kind of cool ideas. Like I think if I was a player, I would kind of like that shotgun start, right? Like when you're starting every day and we're off. Like there's no. I think I would like that. I don't know, but they're not. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, obviously that fund, those Saudis can keep that thing going. I mean, they don't care, but they're making $1 billion a day. Who cares
Rounding
about
errors.
Live Golf? But we'll see. I don't know.
So okay, take us back to you say you played with Rahm twice. Yep. When you're with that guy who at moments of his career has been the best golfer on planet Earth, like just how disgusting is that guy hitting the ball? Like walk us through what, an average Joe next to John Rahm, what that would be like, just how unbelievable he hits the ball.
It's a joke how good he hits the ball. He's not the only one, but he's one of them. One of the times I played golf with him, I was his partner. And we were playing, it was me and him. They threw balls up, and I happened to be his partner. So there was us playing against 3 other guys. We were wheeling them, so we had 3 best ball matches going. Anyways, shorten the story up. I'm his partner. I think I was like a 4 maybe at the time, maybe a 5 index. So I was he was like a +8. So I was basically, and then we were playing from the back tees.
Right.
So I think I was getting like 16 strokes. So I was stroking on every hole, basically every hole. My ball counted on 1 hole.
No.
And I'm not a terrible golfer. Now I didn't have a good day. Like I was bad, but I'm not terrible, but I didn't have a great day. I made a birdie for an eagle on a par 4 hole 10. And basically the rest of the round, I should have just sat in the cart and watched.
That good.
Like
just looking at birdie every hole?
Like, what's that?
Just you got a birdie look 17 out of 18 holes kind of thing or what?
Well, I mean, not 17 out of 18, but like when he would miss, like, and he didn't play great for himself either. Like when he would miss, like, I think one of the biggest differences is like when those dudes miss, especially around the greens, like they ain't chipping it to 30 feet. Like it's kicking it in. Like, and if it's not kicking, they're pissed off unless it's incredibly hard. But like one shot that I remember him hitting, it was par 5, the 3rd hole. Long hole, we're playing from the back. It's a little bit downwind, and there's some rocks that can come into play off on your tee shot. I'm hitting driver. I can hit it as hard as I want. I'm not getting to those rocks, even with the wind. And John's standing next to me with some kind of wood. And I'm like, John, I'm just curious. I go, what do you got there? Like a 3-wood? He's like, no, 5-wood, Mike. I go, oh. And I'm like, 5-wood, to myself. I go, oh, I'm like, well, if you don't mind me asking, I go, like, what are you trying to do with this shot? He goes, well, Mike, it's a little downwind. The wind's off the right. He goes, those rocks are on the left there. And I'm like thinking, like his 5-wood probably isn't. I know he hits it, but I'm like, 5-wood seems like a stretch to me. He goes, you know what? I'm going to hit this 5-wood. I'm going to take some spin off it, and I'm going to try and hit it hard out to the right. It's going to ride the wind, and I should be able to roll it around just high of those rocks and have an iron into the green on a par 5. I'm like, oh, okay, John. I'm like, sounds good. So I'm standing there. I'm like, yeah, I know this guy is sick, but this sounds like a lot. Gets up there, hits it. Sure as shit, the 5-wood is a laser beam. It's up in the air. It's turning a little to the left. It's riding to the wind. His 5-wood was like 50 in front of my driver.
Wow. And again,
maybe more.
You hit a long ball. That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't crush it either, but it's just, I guess the point is that like these guys know what they're doing and they can basically hit it however they want.
Yeah. Okay, final one for you. Give us a Canadian you like in the Masters. We got a bunch of good Canucks, and I think we got 3 in the tournament this year. Did I see in the field?
Yeah, who's in? Connors.
Hughes has been playing some good. I should look this up right now.
Connors, Hughes, and Pendrith, maybe.
Yeah, Pendrith is actually in. That's the surprising one.
I think I've seen his name a little bit.
He hits a long ball. God,
he pounds it. Apparently, I've never met him, but I heard he crushes it. I mean, this is kind of an easy out, but that Connors has played pretty well there.
Yep.
Connors, Taylor, and Pendrith, and then of course Mike Weir, the defending champ. So that's the 4th. He always gets to go as a former winner.
Yes, Weir's. I played with him a couple months ago down here. Nice guy.
How's he doing?
Yeah, gets off the Master. I think I might see him if he's in town. So I'm actually flying up to Utah in a couple hours. I'm going to go watch.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch a Utah game. Yeah, I got invited. He's got a group of guys that have some season tickets there. So the one guy's a member of Whisper Rock, and he's been invited. He's like, you should come to a game. I go, I should come to a game. I'd like to. So I was going to go for the Flames game on Tuesday, but it didn't work out. I had stuff to do, so I'm going to go watch the Jets game.
Worked out okay. They were dog shit.
Yeah.
You get the Jets. Jets will be good. They're a wagon right now.
Yeah, they are. Scott Arneal, that scumbag.
I'm sorry about that. But they can still flame out in round 1. We've seen this before. If you're really cheering against Scott.
I know. I'm just going to shut my mouth because I opened it up too early this year on that guy, and now the Jets are just sticking it right up my ass. So I'm not saying anything more. I left it alone. I owned it a couple months ago on my podcast. I said, I got to pack my shit. Yeah, I apologize. The Jets are good. I like cheering for the Jets. I do think they have a good team, but I do hate that guy. He's still a scumbag. But yeah, they are good. They are good.
They win.
They're the only team in this country that everyone would actually be behind if they went on a run. Yeah. Everyone hates Toronto. Calgary, Edmonton hate each other. Vancouver and Alberta teams hate each other. No way Ottawa would get behind Toronto. Toronto wouldn't get behind Ottawa. Toronto, Montreal hate each other. If the Jets actually went on a run, that actually could be Canada's team. No one can hate Winnipeg.
I tell you what, I have a soft spot for Winnipeg. Went through there all the time, college. I like how they play. I like that they're big. I like their players. I think that Lowry's one of the best captains in the league. But God, I hope not while that guy's behind the bench.
No, that's 1,000, Mike. It's okay.
Oh, man, that would hurt. He is an idiot. But regardless, no more. I can't talk about that anymore.
Good work on you really held the top on that one. You didn't unload on Arneal. Well done, Mike. The restraint shown was world class.
I'm trying to mature here.
It's Friday here. Rhett's been thirsty all week. We're going to say goodbye. We want you to have a great weekend. Enjoy Utah. And,
take care of the dog.
Yeah, make sure that dog tips well, hey?
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Life's tough.
Tough life for him down there. Treat that dog better than I treat myself.
But it's 31. You don't be leaving that dog in your car there.
No. If I leave him in here, Rhett, that engine will be running. I promise you that. Oh, yeah, I'm on top of that.
See you, buddy.
All right, boys. See ya.
There's Kami. What a legend. He's got to figure it out. They didn't have kids and he's doing all this fun stuff, eh?
Jack, he does have it figured out, but he's driving a dog around.
Yeah, that dog goes to the dog park twice a day. You're driving your kids all over the town.
That's a good point.
And hockey and training.
And yeah, there was no snowstorm on Wednesday.
He's living the life.
He is living
Arizona.
Settled down. He's got a girl. He's got
Utah.
dogs.
Got hockey.
And what are you doing, Jack? Sitting in Marteloup.
He's got 20 years to figure it out. Mike was sitting in Marteloup 5 years ago. He's still got tons of time to figure this out.
Lots of time, Jack. You're gonna live forever.
It's a great segue into our Masters pool, gents. This is our first annual Barn Burner Masters pool. We've done it a ton at the kind of at the old shop. We did a bunch. It's real simple. On Monday we'll have the full field set. The winner of the Texas Valero Open will get in the final spot in the Masters, unless someone that's already in, and then someone else probably gets in. It is presented by some great sponsors of ours. You might remember Safe Today. They were in on the Christmas campaign we ran. Here's what you need to know. They've been solving safety problems for golf courses, dealerships, and hospitality businesses for 7 years. They offer their clients things like programs, training, support, and software, all in one monthly subscription. It's like having a personal trainer for your safety program. They customize it, walk you through implementation, then provide feedback for you monthly to keep you on track. They work with Alberta government or with Alberta organizations, in various industries. So to make sure what happens, they ensure everyone learns from every incident or close call. You don't have to learn everything the hard way. They're there to help you for sure. And on-site first aid training as well. If you're looking to get your staff trained, give them a call. Any questions about Safe Today, give Ryan a shout, 780-216-1785, or give him an email, ryan@safetoday.com, .ca, safetoday.ca. So yeah, you got golf course, dealership, hospitality. Make sure people know what to do to get up to speed on safety. Also, other proud partner, Totem Golf. You've heard about their legendary mountain course, Grey Wolf, my personal favorite golf course on all of planet Earth, up in Panorama. Just playing golf on the side of a mountain. Bears wandering around. It's gorgeous. Also, Sundry Golf Club, great time north of the city. They got all kinds of good deals going on in the summer as well. Stay and play stuff. Mm-hmm. That's fun. You like that idea? Mm-hmm. Take some buddies, get up there, hang with the boys, play some golf. Mountain View Inn and Suites Plus Golf. For more information, go to sunderygolf.com. That's the stay and play option for you. And of course, Grey Wolf really doesn't need the intro. It's a spectacular top golf course on planet Earth. Thanks to everyone involved. We'll have the pool drop on Monday, and Jack will get AI to write some more articles, right,
That'll
Jack?
be awesome. Love it.
Yes, sir. I thought you wanted to write an article, Ryan. You were saying.
I'll give you a blurb. Yeah, for sure. AI can expand on it.
Cool.
Yeah. Great prizes. We should tell you about the prizes. We told you about the sponsors. The prizes are legit. Safe Today is setting us up with a foursome at the Highwood Golf Course and $100 at Big Sky, which is the delicious barbecue place in Okotoks right along the way. Love that. And passes for two to both Sundry Golf Club and Grey Wolf. That's your second place prize. So you got the barbecue and the foursome at Highwood, or the two passes for two from Totem Golf. Thank you to Safe Today and Totem Golf. And we'll talk more next week as we will be in Masters Week. We're going to need that piano music, Jack. Sure Dino can get that on the soundboard.
So good.
Unbelievable stuff. I think that's it. Flames game day tomorrow, Vegas. Blue Jays matinee in about an hour. I got kids at a birthday party. I think it's time for an Origin Lager and some baseball. Huh? Enjoy your weekend,
Jack.
Let's go.
Jack.
Yo.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
See you, buddies.
Bye.